Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I should say good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock, high noon here in the desert. Thanks for joining me. Desert Adventures in Arizona, located in the Ironwood Forest National Monument. And boy, oh boy, I had to delay the live stream today because we had important fur baby stuff to do. We had to get our new pup. We've got a black lab that we adopted from the Humane Society in the Tucson area. And we had to run him in for his shots and a checkup this morning. And of course, I scheduled that at 9 o'clock, which is the same time as my live. Well, that's what happens when you get old, I guess. But anyway, we got a clean bill of health. He's got a big cone on his head from when he was neutered the day before we picked it up. So he's kind of banging around the place, tearing the place up, but he's doing well otherwise. Let's see who we have here today. Step Van Dan was the first in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us from Minnesota. Roy and Becky, thanks for the raid. So Roy and Becky's Travels gave us a nice raid. Thanks everybody for coming in. First time I've been raided by Roy and Becky's Travels. Thank you very much. There's Going Green Mom. Megan, how you doing? Good to see you. And Old Man King Homestead is here. Thank you, thank you. Tommy from She Devil Adventures. Hello, hello. And here comes Crystal. Good morning, Crystal. Thanks for joining us. And our friend Tracy. Good morning, Tracy from Virginia. Here comes Sue from Lucky Dog Productions moderator. Good morning, good morning. And we have Susie Sned here. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, there should have been a trailer there. Maybe it didn't kick on, but I added one on there. There's Doreen Olson. Good morning, Doreen. Thank you very much for coming in. CR View is here, a member of the channel. And yeah, I ran that member video there. Thanks to all the members. Roy and Becky are members. CR View are members. Jolly Matilda is a member of the channel, and I really appreciate everyone's support. Membership goes for 99 cents a month, is the cheapest, and I appreciate everybody's support. So there is Jenny D, my world. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining us. There is my sister. Hello, everyone. Hello, brother. Tanya is up there in northeastern Iowa, and it's cold up there. Let's see who we have here. Traveling Tramps is here. Hello, hello. Another channel member. Thanks very much for coming in. That's Dave and Kathy. And let's see who else we have here. TGIF, Bree, chasing waterfalls. Bree's chasing waterfalls up there in Oregon. Hi, Bree. Thanks for coming in. Saying hello. See, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Scrolling. We have Annie's Random Moments. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I think when the trailer runs, it only runs once. So if you popped in earlier, the trailer will run. And then if you come back later, it doesn't run the second time. Got my chicken and noodles. Going to hang out for a bit. Appreciate that. TGIF, Bree says, I saw a short from you, Crystal. All right, I think I'm caught up here. So normally, I make notes and I prepare for my live streams. Let me show you my notes. There are no notes there, so folks, we're just going to wing it today. Usually I have notes like this, scribbles all over the place. I didn't have time to make any notes. So my notes are blank, so we're just going to wing it. So anyway, today was getting the pup into the vet. His name is Lucas. And so I'm going to share a screen with you and show you a picture of Lucas. Let's see here. I'm going to do an overlay here. Anyway, we went to look for a pup, and you know how you're walking around and sometimes the dogs are looking at you so intently that they say, "Take me home, take me home. I'm the one." Well, this is the one right here. This is Lucas. He's a black lab. He weighs 57 pounds, and he's just a real sweet boy. They found him running around the east side of Tucson. He had been abandoned or thrown out. We don't really know. Very skinny, hadn't eaten in a while, was very skittish, and they had just picked him up a couple days before we saw him. And he was in the Humane Society. And so, Humane Society works really hard here to find homes for animals that need rescue. And so Lucas picked us and we brought him home, and he's been home. Today is the 8th day. He did get neutered, and so he's wearing this cone so that he doesn't mess around with the stitches, or actually it's glued, surgical glue. And you can see how beat up it is. I've had to tape it up because he runs around and bangs into things, and it's just crazy, to try to keep that thing on. We actually went out and bought one of those air up cones, and we tried it on a few minutes ago, and he just pushes right past it. So that's not going to work. We're going to have to take that back. Yeah, he's a cutie. There is Fairy Dust. I saw Fairy Dust come in. Let me go back here. Yeah, he's a cutie. He sure is. And he's already spoiled. You see, he's laying on the couch right now. So let me see how I get out of this. That was a overlay. So I'll turn that off. There I am. All right. So I don't know if everybody knows that what happened, but we've had dogs for most of our lives, and we really missed Duke. Duke was a chocolate lab that we had. He was 14 years old, and 14 years and 4 months, and he loved to go for rides his last year or two of his life. And so I have an old Jeep Cherokee that was just perfect for him. I put him on the ramp and walk him in there, and you could see I'd put blankets down for him, and I'd open the windows up, and we would go out in the desert and we would ride. And he couldn't walk a whole lot anymore, but he loved to ride. And so we would go out in the desert just about every day, the last year of his life. And then one day he couldn't do it anymore, and we had to send him over the Rainbow Bridge. We sure do miss him. We'll never forget him. But we think that he's teaching Lucas the ins and outs. And so that was Duke's couch right there. We lost Duke quite a few months ago. And we think that Duke said, "Hey, Lucas, here's your couch, buddy. This is my couch. I'll let you borrow it." So that's Lucas, and we sure do enjoy him. I'm listening while doing my best, getting ready to travel out there. Fairy Dust is getting ready to come out to Quartzsite. It'd be good to see. Good to see Brene when she gets out here. Did I see Casey Jones popped in? Ah, he looks like my mom's dog. Yeah. He was a good one of the best. We have Dirt Clod Metal Detecting in the house. Thanks for coming in. Another great channel. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. It's not easy to keep that cone on, and I have to keep it. We have to keep it on until the 23rd, they said. I don't know if it's going to last that long, but we're sure going to try. Labs are special. They sure are. Roy and Becky have some lab mixes there. Jasper said the weather was too crappy today for a ride. I hear that. We took a ride, but it was for going to the vet to get a shot. So he got a booster shot today, and so we're good to go for another month. I think he's already lost the cone. I'm trying to catch up here. They are special. Tim said Jasper is correct. Yeah. We got, I forgot to check the rain gauge, but gee whiz, we got rain all night last night, and the desert is really greening up. I think we're going to have a great spring flower season this year. I think that we're going to have flowers early. So basically 2 weeks he has to wear the cone. That's correct. So Annie says, I bought a soft flower cone from Amazon after my Amy had an operation because she kept bumping into door frames. So maybe we didn't get the right size, but they had 3 sizes, and they had their blow up, and maybe I didn't get a big enough size. Maybe I can go back and exchange it. I might try that. Rocky Mountain Live Prospecting is here. Hello, Arizona. 10 inches of snow tomorrow. My gosh. Well, talk about snow. We have snow up on Mount Lemmon. I'm going to share a webcam. Yeah, he's got his own leather couch, and Lucas is using it. Yeah. We spoil our dogs. We take good care of them. And, our Cairn Terrier lived to be 16, and Duke lived to be 14 and 4 months. So let's see, we got Oki just sent me a total of rain 0.84 inches. So I think that's so far this month is what I have it set on. Want to go visiting, but it's cold and windy. Yep. Stay home. That's what we're doing. Now, we're trying to get Lucas used to the house. I think he was an outside dog, because when we brought him in, he wasn't familiar with the house. So we've had him in the garage. I took the Jeep out, and we got an open area for him and a place to lay down. And of course, then he immediately started chewing on everything around. So you try to pick everything up that's worth saving. We spent some money on chew toys. Of course, you buy $100 worth of chew toys, and what do? They chew on a stick, or they chew on a cup, or something like that. And that's what he has done. So Tracy warned me, and we knew that that he would be chewing up whatever he could get his teeth on. And here's an example. Really, Lucas? Did you have to do this? You made a mess. You're supposed to play with this. Go play with that. Yeah, so that was the first couple of nights. Traveling Tramp says it's raining down in Nogales too. Yeah, it's a wide-ranging rain here. Let's see here. Holy catfish, that's a lot. That's a lot of snow up in Colorado. My aunt did wire stitches for a little bit. She tried pulling them out, but overall they just stabbed her tongue. Yeah, that would probably work better for sure. Yeah, 10 inches of snow. I don't know what we got up at Mount Lemon. I haven't heard any reports. Raining in Wisconsin. Rocky Mountain says our homestead and our animal rescue, 9,350 feet. But the weather is serious. And actually, Rocky Mountain, we have a mountain range north of Tucson. You may have heard or be familiar with it, but it's about 9,000 foot elevation at the very top. And I'm going to show you a webcam up there. There's snow up there also. So let me share my screen. Chrome tab, webcams, share. And of course, it's offline. Let's see here. See if I can bring it. There it is. All right, so this is the general store. Mount Lemon has a little village up there called Summerhaven. And this is in the village of Summerhaven, the little general store there. And let me see. Here is the summit up on Radio Ridge. Oh, that one's offline. Let's see if this one is on. No, that one's offline. See what happens when we get snow, everything breaks down. Oh, that one's working. So that's the community center going in to the village here of Summerhaven. It's hard to tell, but it looks like maybe 6 or 8 inches of snow up there. And Sister Tanya remembers, you know, in the wintertime, we used to run up there and go sledding. And back then they had these metal discs, round discs that we went sledding with. You could buy at Kresge's or wherever it was. We bought that stuff. And those things were brutal, but they lasted for a long time. You'd find we always had our special hills, you know, that our sledding hills, and Dad and Mom knew where they were at, and they would dump us kids off, and off we would go, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Of course, we had bumps and bruises, but so anyone who thinks we don't get snow, we do get snow. It's up at 9,000 feet, and it takes about 2 hours to get up there. But right now they have the road closed until they get it paved, because desert folks, we don't know how to drive in snow. Stop sharing. Let's see if that comes back. There we go. I'm back. So let me catch up here. Did you get Lucas tested for valley fever? I don't recall a test, Tracy, for valley fever. Hadn't even thought about that, but I think we better keep that in mind, because it is prevalent here. You know, hope the 2 weeks go by quickly. We're halfway through, so boy, oh boy, we hope so too. Gonna get colder. the next 10 to 14 days. And of course, that's when we're going to head up to Quartzsite. So stands the reason it would get cold. There comes Badge. Hey, Badge, how you doing? Good to see you. There's Ava Potterfield. Ava's Mediations raid. Thank you, Ava, very much. So if you haven't checked out Ava's Mediations channel, she does long content. Well, she started some 15-minute videos with some nice relaxing music and some video. And sometimes I'll just put that on during the day and just show it on the TV. And it's nice background. She's also got some good multiple hour videos that work really good for when you're going to sleep and you need a little background to relax. Puppies are chewers, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, Traveling Tramps is from Bayfield. Dogs love maple. Dogs maple love plastic bottles. You know, I tried that, Badge, with Lucas, and he wouldn't mess with it. I guess he didn't like the sound of it or something. I'm not sure. Let me show Badge real quick. Get back up here. Here's our boy Lucas. And it's funny, you know, we brought him in this morning, and the TV was on, and I like to watch Grit TV. And he saw these people talking and heard these people talking and these horses running around on the TV, and it freaked him out. He got down and started barking at the TV. And then a little while ago, these horses were running across the screen, and he jumped up there like he was going to chase them. So Lucas is learning what a TV is. So it takes time. He's a year old. They think he's a year old. And so we missed out on the first year of puppy life, which we're thankful for, because he's been going through some training at the Humane Society. He'll stay right with you. When we call him, he comes right to you. He doesn't run off. He's not a runner. He's a pretty good dog, and boy, he just loves to stick right next to us. He doesn't wander. And so when we go out and we walk around, he's right there and he stays with us. So that's good dog to have. Lulu and Moose will watch TV. Jasper could care less. You know, and I never thought, do they have black and white vision? Anybody know that? Oh, Maple will trash a pop bottle in 5 minutes. I need to find something cheap like that. Oh, my mother's neighbor dog had, yeah. I've heard of that around here, and it's very expensive to treat. Yeah, rain makes more snow for sure. Okay, so here's an idea from Tracy. I put an empty plastic bottle in an old sock and knotted the sock closed. You know, I'm going to try that. It's a good idea. Yeah, because he didn't care too much for the bottle by itself. You know, one of the water bottles that Costco that Costco has. I'll try to put it in a sock. There's Mike's Aquatics and Things. Hello, hello. Hey, yo, come on in. Stay a while. Thanks for being here. Oh, socks, both. If I tie a knot in them, they trash them. Lucas probably would too. Oh, Biscuit is totally freaked out when there's a mountain lion on the TV screen during a movie. So they can see it. Don't have a TV for Hyde, but he supposedly does at the kid's dad's. Okay, so they're colorblind, but evidently they can see what's on the screen there. So Tracy says, sounds like my cats, some like TV and some don't. Yeah, I guess just like any animal or any person, they have their own personalities. So Dorian says dogs can see certain colors. All right, Kenny and Debbie, getting ready to go have lunch with a friend, but wanted to pop in and say hello since you were on. Thank you very much. I am later than usual, but appreciate you stopping in and saying hello. Do we really know if they're colorblind? Yeah, it's like they can't tell us, right? And I don't know that they could come up with a way to show us. Okay, so Dynabones from Tractor Supply. Ah, okay. That's good to know, Megan. Thank you. You know, we've gone to the PetSmart, and boy, their stuff is pricey. Tractor Supply, Dino Bones from Tractor Supply. Okay, we'll try that. There is Merton and Sue. Hello, you made it. So I see you got my text. So Merton has a hard time remembering what time it is because they're here from Massachusetts, and that's what, 3 hours different. And so he told me on their live, asked me, he said, hey, send me a message, Steve, when you go live, and I'll jump up there. So I did. 12:02, I said, go on live, and there you are. Good to see you guys. We're hoping to meet Merton and Sue up there in Quartzsite. They're up there now over at Box Van D's meetup. Saying hello to everyone. They're up there in their Class C with their little dog. All right, so Google says that dogs do see colors, but on a different spectrum than humans. Okay. Different spectrum than humans. Interesting. Merton and Sue, the appointment went well. Lucas took the ride real well up there. And one thing that we weren't sure of is how he would react to other dogs and other animals because we hadn't seen him, but in the area we picked him up when we adopted him, Humane Society. And so we were a little apprehensive about how he would react to other dogs. And so we went in there, and there were 3 or 4 dogs in the waiting room, and he did fine. Now, one thing we noticed, there were 2 high energy dogs that came in that were nervous, and he didn't like them too well. But the ones that were relaxed and just kind of laying on the floor, he went up and sniffed them, and we were really happy about that. Ooh, watch Lucas doesn't eat a sock like Dallas did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Nate from Land Cloud Adventures, his dog Dallas was ill and turned out that she ate a sock. That would not be good. Water bottles make too much noise or put a sock on it or inside. All my dogs love them. I'm going to have to try that. So Megan says cats are that way too. Something about cones and rods receiving light at the back of the eye. Okay, mainly black and white, but a little bit of color. Yeah, because only black and white, it seems like some things would wash out and they wouldn't be able to see them. Good to see you here, Merton and Sue. I'm glad you made it. And traveling tramps. Glad everybody is here. Appreciate it very much. Okay, Annie's off to work. Take care. Hope Lucas heals quickly. Thanks, Annie. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great day at work and appreciate you being here. It was about 10 or 12, but lasted a good 3 or 4 months with a 3-year-old husky. Okay, so that must be the Tractor Supply comment you made earlier. 3 or 4 months. That's what we need. I think we're going to stop by there. Oh, 2 hours different. Okay, that's right, because of daylight savings time. Anyway, Merton, I've got the Jeep hooked up to the RV. I'm going to be pulling it up with us. So when we get there, we'll take a ride in the hills up there and check it out. Have a great day, Annie. So I was playing around with Stream Elements, and they have some merchandise that you can set up. And so I set up a T-shirt and a cup and a hat, and then I didn't like how I ordered a shirt, and the emblem or the the logo came out too small. So I thought I shut off that in my merch store. I don't know why it's still posting, but I'll have to go back and look at that. Yeah, the puppy did do well. We got shots updated, Merton and Sue, and he's good to go. There is Van Life Rocks. Hello, Ray. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Ray got a new motorcycle, and he's been showing us around Southern California as he runs that thing around. He's got a couple of cameras on it. He's done lives too out there in the desert, right there standing next to his motorcycle and interacting with folks in the chat. And it's a lot of fun. So Dad saying hello to Merton and Sue. Resident Nomad is here. Hello, hello. Hello, humans. Good to see you, Resident Nomad. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Peter, is your knee doing better? I know you've been struggling with it a little bit. Peter lives up in the northeast part of the country, and he's got a lot of that white stuff up there too. It looks like it hangs around for a long time. Scrolling. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Dorian says our big lab Cross loved yellow toys. Okay. He buried every other color we bought, and he carried his favorite yellow duck everywhere. Isn't that funny how they're like that, Dory? That's cute. So we haven't figured out Lucas toy yet. And let me go back and show the picture again for those people that came in. There's our boy Lucas, about a year old. He's got the cone on him, getting healing up from his removal of various parts. I don't know why my GoPro keeps turning on every time I look at it. Anyway, that's Lucas, and he's made his home on the couch. And that was Duke's couch too, so we're happy to have him. Back to the comments. Michigan Carol is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you, Carol. Thanks for coming in. All right, Bernays taking a 5-minute break. CRView says it would be sad if dogs could only see in black and white. I know. It's hard to imagine, huh? Maybe it's different shades of black and white. I don't know. Jasper loved water bottles when he was a pup. The fuller, the more he liked them. Nyla bones. Okay. That's what they call them, huh? Nyla bones. Gonna write that down. Nyla bones. We need to find what Lucas really likes. I have a walking stick made out of a piece of saguaro rib, and he got a hold of that a couple of days ago. Just a stick that I picked up out, and it was just the right size and the right shape for a walking stick. And so I sanded it down and clear coated it probably 15 years ago, and he owns that now. It's a little bit shorter than I like. All right, so Peter, your knee's getting better. That's good. I know it would be weird, huh? Only seeing black and white. Oh, that must be Sue. He can't wait. That must be Sue in the chat then. All right. I promised Merton a ride in the Jeep. So when we get to Quartzsite, I'm going to look them up, and then we're going to go run the hills out there to the west. Tim and I went out there last time we were up there, and we had a good time. Ray says, I'm a mess. You're a muddy mess now, Ray. Used to be food in the van. Now it's mud, but that's good. A muddy mess is fun. I only see black and white too, Bad says. Bree says, knowing my friends are a mess makes me feel better. I hear you. All right, I'm going to share a quick little video with you here. I'm not sure if Ava is still here, but this is for Ava. just got a report from Oki. She said Lucas is in the recliner, so I may have lost a chair. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's for Ava. She likes that little video. And so the way I got that video was I went out and I bought a GoPro a couple years ago. This one is the GoPro Hero 7. And so to try it out, I dropped it down in the pond because it's supposed to be waterproof. And I figured I might as well check it out and take some video. And that's the video I got from it. So, and it still works. So it's a few years later, these GoPros are pretty good cameras. A little bit of a pain in the butt to download, but are those baby sharks? That white koi that you saw coming around is about at least 20 years old. We actually brought him from the old house over here. And yeah, about 20 years old. The orange one ate something and died, so we don't have him anymore. But that yellowish, whitish one is still here. Arizona has ruined my tolerance for the cold. Yeah, Roy and Becky are both turning into Arizona residents. Doesn't take very long, does it? Yeah, we bought a bag of pig ears, and I thought, boy, I'll give him Lucas one of those, and he'll be good for a couple hours. It was like 15 minutes. Makes me want to play the piano. That is pretty, isn't it? I tried it last night and this morning. Would you please email us? It's on our About page. Yeah, it's very relaxing. And so when we had our house built here inside the Ironwood Forest National Monument, we have some private land that was grandfathered in when they created the monument. And so when we had our house built in 2004, I thought, well, a koi pond would be really nice to have. And so there's a rock quarry, or was a rock quarry, out to the east. And we were helping one of our neighbors haul some rocks for his wall that he was building around the house. And so I thought, well, we'll bring some home and build a koi pond. And that's what we did, and stocked it with koi and goldfish. And it was a nice place to sit down after work. I'd come home after a stressful day, put a bench out there, and I would sit there and just watch the fish swim around. And it was very nice way to relax. Yeah, making himself at home for sure. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're still using our GoPro 3. They seem to last a long time. What are they up to now? Like 10 or 11? And I've stuck this thing on the front of the Jeep and bounced around the desert, and they just keep going. I did have to buy I bought a battery pack for it because the internal battery that these come with, that battery in there doesn't last very long. And so they make this power pack. And so I bought this power pack, and it just tucks right in there, and you snap it closed. And that thing will last about 8 hours. So I've been very happy with it. you just recharge the internal batteries, and you can see the LEDs, and stick that thing on pretty much anywhere. It's waterproof, dust-proof, and pretty cool little camera. I've been very happy with that one. Yeah, they are a pain to download for sure. I had on my Mac, I had to make notes on how to do it. Of course, YouTube is your friend. I found somebody else that had the same problem, and I wrote the procedure for getting them downloaded, but it's still a pain in the butt. It takes forever. Not looking forward to getting back to the Massachusetts, huh, Sue? Yep, that's our koi pond. As a matter of fact, Brene, when we built the koi pond, and Oki and I built it together, I built it on the north end of the house, and it just so happens that that's where our bedroom window is, and there's a nice little running water feature in there. And I thought, well, it'd be nice to lay in bed, listen to the running, trickling water. The one thing I didn't count on in the summertime are the toads. So the toads will say, aha, look at this. We're going to go in there and hang out there during monsoon season. And you know what toads do? They croak. And so here I am trying to sleep, and they have that irritating croaking sound. And it would just drive me up the wall. So I didn't place the pond in a good spot. So I had to fence around it to try to keep the toads out. And I was mostly successful, but not always. That's exactly what it was, Megan. I'd come over there, and when I'd get home from work, Oki knew, I needed 15, 20 minutes to decompress after a busy day. And many times I would just sit out there and feed the fish and just kind of decompress. Yeah, it works pretty well. Works pretty well. Now, of course, with anything, is the technology supposedly improves, I think it actually gets harder to use and a little more glitchy. And Roy's got the 3 version. This is the 7 version, and whatever they're up to, I've just heard some people have trouble with the newer ones. I think Ray has a couple of the new ones, and if he's still in the chat, he could maybe let us know how his work. There's Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Good to see you. That would make make me need to pee all night. I suppose that's true, huh? But it's pretty relaxing. There's a little waterfall there, and I've got a pump in there that runs water and aerates the pond. And geez, it's been there since 2000. We had the house built in 2004, and it's been there shortly after we built the house. That was one of the first things that I did. Okay, I just removed the SD card from the GoPro, and I use a card reader to the computer. Okay. And I don't know I don't know that the Hero 7. Which version do you have, Ray? Oh yeah, okay. See? We all learned something. So there is an SD card in there, which I thought it was internal memory, but there's an SD card in there. Right there. So I guess you could pop that out. Thanks, Ray. I'm glad you popped in today. I'm going to try that. My gosh, because the other way is such a pain in the butt. Young Matthew is complaining about how old he is. Merton and Sue, there's Roy and Becky's email address. Ann J is here. Hello, Ann. No worries, Ann. No worries at all. Ann was commenting on my video that they have two pups in their place. They're both pugs, a brother and a sister. And I think Scott, her husband, mentioned that the brother is wearing the cone right now because they had him disassembled, his male parts disassembled. So he's in a cone now. So only as old as you feel. Okay, so Ava says the GoPro 11 uses a memory card. Okay. I don't know why I didn't know that. It seems so simple. I guess I just didn't. I just saw the battery in there and I replaced the batteries, but I never. Thanks, Ray. Tracy says, no, I'm old, Matthew, but that's all right. Old is a state of mind, right? I look old, but my mind says I'm still about the same age as Ray. Van Life rocks. Okay, so you have the 10. Okay, that's good. And you like them, Ray? Are they working pretty good? It seems like the video I've seen, it looks like they do well. So the GoPro 4 was the most sought after for a long time. And I think even Fit for Expedition Fun Seekers has a GoPro, and I think his is a silver, but I don't remember the model. And it works pretty well. He's used it a long time. Matthew's asking if anybody's been to Wendy's. There is a Wendy's here. I think we have a couple of them in the Tucson area. They make pretty good hamburgers. Okay, so you're happy with them. That's good to know. That's the 10. So I still have some video on here from what was I doing? Last time I was out, I took some video. I'm going to see if I can download it. Boy, what cute little pugs. It's fun. It's fun to watch them. Card readers are less than $10 on Amazon. Michael and Bella are here. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're doing well. Matthew is a high-functioning autistic like me. Oh, look who's here. Tim. Who says you can't teach an old dog new trick? Hey, Tim, good to see you. And Tim, I think you're heading back to Quartzsite to make some good eating for some folks at the spot. Scrolling. We are Matthew's best friends. Oh, I thought Ray was 28 about 2 years ago. Yeah. My mind feels like I'm 29, but my body not so much. Hey, we had the grandkids over this weekend. We learned that Lucas wasn't real fond of girls. And so when our granddaughters walked up, he got really was giving them that panic bark, like stay away, I'm afraid of you. He wasn't aggressive or anything. And our grandson, who's 14, 15, I can never remember ages. and he was fine with him, but he barked at the girls. And so we're wondering if maybe he had a bad experience with girls before we got him. Anyway, we were able to work with him over the weekend. They stayed a couple nights with us, and by the time they left yesterday, he was okay with them. They were able to walk up to him and pet him and play with him, but makes us wonder if he had a bad experience. He was a rescue dog, so no issues. That's good. That's good. Ron Darrell snuck in here. Ava just needs 42 more. How you doing, Ron? Good to see you. So the 5 and 6 had issues muffling sound being waterproof. I think it was fixed by the time the 7 came out. It's pretty amazing, that you can drop something in the water. And I think that might be a microphone right there. You can drop something in the water. Now there's a cover that goes on this end, and I had to take it off to be able to put the battery pack on. But put that cover on and drop this booger down underwater, and it records sound just fine and video. It's pretty cool. There's Ava Potterfield's link. Thank you, Ray, for posting that. Moderators, if you want to do any links, you go right ahead. Drop any links that you like. All right. Okay, so Ava Potterfield and Friends is close to getting 1,000 subscribers. She's already got the watch hours, but she needs 42 more subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to Ava Potterfield and Friends, let's see if we can help her get up to 1,000. It would be great. She works really hard. She's a great supporter of many channels on YouTube. And so if you're not subscribed, please get over there and let's help her out. That's what we're here for. We all support each other. What's wrong with Ron? Well, looks like we hit the hour. Let me catch up on comments here. Yep, Megan, you're right. Only as old as you feel. So Megan says, these days I'm pushing 40. My son says I can't say I'm old till 55. That's cute. All right, so the 4 was the first one with a screen. Hero Silver 3 Plus. I had to buy a screen separate. Oh, that's interesting. So Roy, you've got a lot of experience with those GoPro cameras. Yeah, be sure, Ava Potterfield and Friends, if you're not sub to her, please, they work so hard. They have a great channel. Oki and I put their channel on Friday nights when they play their music, and we eat our dinner to Ava Potterfield and Friends playing music for us. And it's just, it's great to watch. Sue from Lucky Dog, her and her husband do a live Lucky Dog Productions, and then Lucky Dog Productions moderator is Sue's channel. Okay, so Dave's weighing in. Old comes at 80. That way I have a few more years. Dave, you're rocking it, buddy. You're just traveling all over the country with your wife and sometimes your mom, and it's good to see you out there. You're very welcome, Ava. Very welcome. We need to get you up there over 1,000 so you can get monetized, because you have a great channel. So we're still talking about how old we are. That debate never ends, does it? Megan says, I really do believe you're only as old as you feel. I was on arthritis meds by 16. Wow. So dad said I felt 60 since he was on the same dosage. Yeah. Arthritis is tough for sure. And it's no fun having it when you're young. Yeah, I'm subscribed too. And one thing that we can do to help Ava is share her channel out, especially when they're doing music. I always try to share it out on Facebook, and Roy does also when she goes live. And maybe we can pick up a few more subscribers. Old as I feel, but my old hands are numb. What do you do? That's right, Ron. That's right. That's from working 40 years, right? Peter says if you're only as old as you feel, then that makes me about 100. Yeah, getting old is not for wussies, right? Yeah, you're showing that for sure, Dave. Life's still great after 70. Traveling Tramps travels around the country. They're down in Nogales right now. Channel member here at Desert Adventures in Arizona, and they make some great videos as they travel around. Again, they're down in Nogales. They're in a beautiful home and shared some videos of the great artwork that is painted on the inside of the walls. We box old things up, so I figure out when they box me up, then I'll be old. Okay. You know, Roy, I'm thinking maybe I should put Oki's phone number maybe tattoo right here. So if I go wandering out our fenced in property and somebody finds me, they can call her and say, "Hey, I found an old man. Does he belong to you?" And then she can say, "Maybe, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Where is he?" Lucky dog. Sue says, Bob figured out since everyone was out in courtside, he might as well drive his truck out there too. Yeah, Bob, Lucky Dog Productions, Bob has a channel where he actually drives a semi truck around. Pretty interesting to watch. It's one of those VR games, and I don't know how you share it live, but he does that. Matthew, if I could be 25 and know what I know now and be 25, ooh, watch out. Watch out. Still have mine, but made a new one. Talking about Facebook. She Del Tommy is here. My daughter called me old when I was in my 30s. Yeah, she's now almost that age. I asked her if she still felt the same, and she just laughed. Good, good, Tommy. You know, something else that that I did was, you know, when you raise your kids and they do all those kid things and teenager things, and they stay out too late and, you know, come home later than you want them to, or they don't clean their room, or all those things. And I used to say, now just wait, someday you're going to have kids. And I'm going to say, ha, I told you so. Well, that day has come. Yeah, we'll get you there, Ava. We're all backing you up and we'll get you there. Ron says, last time felt of a woman to see how old she was, I got slapped. Yeah, that they don't like that, Ron. They don't like that. You know how you go into the grocery store and you kind of squeeze those peaches? No, don't do that to women. They don't like that. I like that idea. 80 is old. Yeah, it's old until we get there, right, Sue? That's not good. Hey, Diane, how you doing? Diane's got some friends coming over to visit. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Well, I'm 10 minutes over. Oh, you had to report him to the FBI. Yeah, they're out there, and they're also stealing YouTube channels. Oreo Speedwagon JT had their channel hacked, and they actually went on Twitter and talked to the YouTube team on Twitter, and they got their channel back for them. Tim says, enjoy your youth. It will never be the same, no matter what you think or feel. Your body will let you know right away. That's right. So we went out geocaching with the grandkids over the weekend. They learned about geocaching, and so off we went all over out here on the monument. There's gee whiz, I'll bet there's 100 geocache sites out there, and we went out there and we actually found a couple of them. So it looks fun. I think Oki and I are going to do that. It's a good theory. Ron's doing better. That's good. That's good. I heard you guys were talking about old stuff. I'm slow but never old. That's the way to be, Brene. That's the way to be. Yep, slow and steady wins the race for sure. Getting them to claim us. Yeah, that's for putting my Oki's phone number on my wrist. I have it tattooed on the wrist, and then when I get outside and forget where I'm going, somebody can call her. Getting her to claim me, that could be another story. Matthew, enjoy your youth, buddy. You're getting some great advice here from Jolly Matilda Tracy. 4 divers, 3 states, 7 days. I am so flippin' excited. You going on a trip, Diane? That's very true, Megan. Enjoy whatever age you are while you're still there. You can't go back. That's very true. Like I mentioned earlier, if I knew, if I had the knowledge at 25 that I do now and the experience, that would be neat. Not age 50. Hot flashes. Yeah, warming your house. I wish we had a wood burning stove. That'd be cool. I'll take our 9 channels we accidentally hey, great idea. Sub to Ava's. You got to watch a video though. You know that, Roy. Sub to her channel, watch a video, comment, and then that should stick. And then Tracy, when you get up in your mid to late 60s, then you need more heat because you're cold all the time. I would like to insert a comment about peach squeezing, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Oh, Bree, you're funny. Which guy in here squeezed the peaches in the supermarket like Steve? Have to have the heat on 88. That's pretty warm. That's our summertime out here. All right, Brene, thank you very much for coming in. I guess I need to shut this down. It's fun. There's still 34 people here. And I appreciate every one of you coming in today and spending an hour with me. Ron says every day I get up is a great day, and I agree. Barcode on his, with his social on his neck. Wow. All right, let me make sure there's Floss. Hey, Floss, how you doing? Been listening. Hands are acting up, so can't take. So Floss, prayers for you, buddy. Pushing good thoughts your way and hoping everything is going well for you. Ron says, if I knew what I know now at 18, I'd be dead by 19, but I'd be smiling. Oh, Ron. I'm cold all the time in my 30s. And I think that comes with arthritis too. Seems like it. The Charmin guy. Megan says, I live in northern Indiana. Yes, the heat is on. Just like having a community. And that's good, Matthew. That's good. You're always welcome here. All right, folks. Thank you very much for coming in today. I'm going to start my outros. And again, appreciate every one of you being here today. Let me show my boy Lucas real quick. Really, Lucas? Did you have to do this? You made a mess. You're supposed to play with this. Go play with that. All right, folks, that's Lucas getting in trouble. I'm sure there'll be a much more to come. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.